engine.
Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome to iRacing 2019 Season 3, Week 11. This is the IndyCar Fixed series. This week we're at Gateway Motorsports Park on the Oval. And we're getting ready to go racing in about 30 seconds. And if you're looking at the screen right now, you will see that unless something happens in the next 15 to 20 seconds, I have actually taken pole with a very nice 24.501 qualifying time. So I did manage to go just that bit faster in qualifying than we were if you watched my practice video from just a few minutes ago. So looks like we are in fact going to start on pole. So we're getting ready to go here. So let's take, and again, I always like to set my steering offset a little to the right, makes it a little bit easier. We're going to keep the standard brake pressure, bias, and steering pinion, and full load of fuel to start. Fixed setup, so no other options. And we're going to get ready to take the grid here in about 1.5 minutes. So it's not very often that I actually get to start on the pole. Again, Gateway is a pretty unique track. It's one of the ones that's kind of an oblong oval. And turn one, you do downshift. Looks like to fourth, going through the turn, and then you can pretty much take, depending on where you are and how much traffic you're in and whatnot, pretty much take turns 3 and 4 flat out, as long as you get the angle right. But got 110 laps here tonight. Let's see, make sure I have my screens set up here. 110 laps. More than likely we'll need at least one fuel stop. This is pretty much one of those races. I mean, all of these are races. I mean, last week I did not even get one good race in at Pocono due to all manner of silliness. And don't know if this will be any better. I steadily got better in my qualifying times at Pocono last week. Still couldn't manage to pull one together and escape the carnage. I think out of all that, only one of them was really my mistake for going a little too wide, trying to give somebody room, trying to pass through the inside on turn 2 at Pocono. But Gateway, starting on pole, and this is the first day of the week. So we're going to start in first gear here. Going to roll into it nice and easy. Nobody spins. I have done that unnatural amount of times lately. And we're going to see if we can make this work and try to make it through to the end. So here we go. Guy on the outside here. Should theoretically be able to power through first and second. All right, so unlike some other people, just going to keep a standard speed. Don't want to hit that too hard. So it looks like the only thing that we accomplished in the first lap was I lost the lead, which is pretty easy to do with these cars. I mean, there's such a huge draft in some cases with these that it's impossible unless you do a huge number of jinking around and whatnot. It's just not worth it to try to fight them this early in the race. We got 110 laps. We've done 3 at this point. According to the fuel calculator, I'm going to have to almost completely fill up. So pretty much need to hope for a halfway through. Base car going into 3. Yeah, almost hit it a little too hard there on the start with first gear, and might just try going for second. I don't know. It scares me sometimes with that because you never really know, and most of the time, once it gets away from you, you're kind of screwed. But a lot of time, the thing you run into is that a first gear start, when done perfectly, is ideal, but a first gear start done badly is race ending. So you kind of have to decide: do you take the do you take the chance? Um, I find more and more if I see that the car is a little squirrely on a particular track, trying to be depending on the setup and I guess how cold it is. I mean, we are running a night race here, so that could very well factor into it. So I think the real trick is going to be I'm going to start in second gear, see if I can. Okay, so I think my trick here is going to be I'm going to do a second gear start. And I'm going to try to stay up close to Payette's rear wing here. And hopefully stay with him enough that he doesn't really get away. And maybe, just maybe, just maybe get a little bit of a jump on Rava Aioli back here. And he's left me. I think that Mr. Payette has successfully gotten away. Like Mr. Payette caught the wall. hopefully getting away from third. Gotta try not to make that too much. I feel like the car is going to get a little bit loose if I keep cutting down quite so low. Yeah, Ravioli is right on my butt. And suddenly I am. Seems like I'd be able to step away from this guy. Come on, let's go. Keep an eye on the. Gonna need a lot more gas, I think. So definitely running in clean air like this, we're going a lot faster. We're slightly pulling away from Guthrie. Ravioli has definitely pulled away from me. Okay, so that's not too bad. I mean, we're not going to be able to fill up with our gas here, but We're back up to second. Pace car's going into 3. So we did qualify on the pole, so that means that our pit box is all the way down to the end. We're going to fill this sucker all the way up. Going to get some new tires. Hopefully not do what we did. There's the guys. There's just go right through here. And see if we can have a decent pit stop. Not going to get in front of Priet. So had a pretty decent pit stop there, filled up with gas, and actually managed to retain second behind Mr. Payet. In his McLaren colors. And not sure about this guy out here. If he is a lap down or just wildly opportunistic or maybe just a little bit stupid. But we shall see. May just be a lap down and hopefully he will get a wave around. Position indicator has not gone to third, so that's probably the case. So as it stands right now, according to the information screens provided by Z1 Dashboard, shameless plug, not being paid by them, but I do have at least 3 instances of that going, just to give it some idea of its capabilities, plus the flashing yellow screens that you see around my cockpit are in fact provided by Z1 Dashboard as well. Of course, getting that little entry indicator up in the corner there takes some doing. But other than that, really good program. I've been using it for a number of years. But yeah, according to the Z1 Dashboard screens that I have up, we have, 25.7 gallons of fuel left to finish this. And I have a little over 18. So depending on yeah, so he did get the wave around, and I am right behind Mr. Priet. And I do believe that I am going to have to attempt to go on the first gear restart. But I need to try and do it really easy so as not to crash. So hopefully as soon as Mr. Payet goes, I will actually be able to go and we can cycle up through the gears here, and hopefully Mr. Garrido, who I believe is one of the people that crashed me out in the Pocono race due to his unorthodox checking up restart style. And all right, that was pretty insane there. Yeah, what we have here is somebody I do not like being behind. I feel like this guy is one of those ones that just not going to be good for anybody. But I feel like dicing with him is a mistake. So I'm going to try and get as much space as I can from the rest of the pack. We got 0.75 of a second. Okay, looks like Ravioli has recovered. Great, now he's going to be flashing all over the damn place. So Guthrie is now 4 seconds back. Yeah, I hate this stupid safety pylon. I feel like those two are definitively going to wreck. Mainly because they're the type to do it. Yeah, see, and plus plus Ravioli is already blinking. Just gonna call him Ravioli from now on. Looks like Guthrie's breaking it down just a little bit, losing a little bit of time to him. Wow, he is really flying. Well, that is a perfect example of someone who needs to exit the race. But just figures he'll be a roving roadblock in the back. So it looks like Ravaioli got past Garrido. Honestly, what I really hope for right now is some type of well, maybe in about 5 or 6 laps. Better yet, maybe if we get to the halfway point in about 10 laps. Wow, Guthrie is just flying. So it looks like these guys are starting to wear their tires out. Honestly, I do not know that there are enough people in here at this point to actually cause a caution. We are definitely not to the halfway point. And Guthrie is right back there. So apparently, Ravioli has checked out. So at this, well, probably shouldn't say that again. Too many cliches. All right, so we are at the halfway point. So I really think that what I need to do is I need to pit. Because I need 17 gallons of fuel. Okay, so we need to pit. Fuel tank of gas, and then we just need to. All right, so green flag pit stop. Now, see, the problem with this is generally what ends up happening is I take a pit stop and boom, bam, boom. 2 laps later, if even that, what do? You end up somebody crashes because something happens, and next thing you know, I'm a lap down because so now the trick here is that everybody should have to make a green flag pit stop. Everybody should be spaced out. Everybody should be comfortable in their position. There's only a few people in here. We've been racing really clean. So now I am down to 6th. And I need to set about putting in very fast laps. Because let's face it, whoever's in the lead right now is not the fastest guy on the track. If Ravioli, think, Yeah, if I could see him. So judging by the fuel gauge at this point, we are good to go. So I really hope that we haven't messed up because we are still in sixth. I know the I should make it at least back to second, you would think. I'm going to find it really suspect if none of these guys stop for fuel because it was saying I needed a lot. I mean, I am catching Reva. Of course. God damn it. So I'm in fifth, but I am almost certainly, well, I'm not a lap down from Ravavioli, but I am a lap down from everybody else. And I'm pretty certain I wouldn't have made it this far anyway on the fuel I had. So this is a free pit stop for Garrido Guthrie. This does not work in my favor. The only thing good about this is I'm not a complete lap down at this point. Okay. I have no clue what he was doing. So I do have 14 laps on my tires, and we've got approximately however many, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the chance. These guys have got to pit this time. They almost certainly have to take fuel. So I'm really hoping, I mean, I don't know at this point where this is going to put me. I know Payet is a lap down behind me. All those guys stopped. That brings me up to fourth. Which theoretically puts me on the lead lap. The way this, I'm not sure how this is going to end up. Presumably, if I'm on the lead lap, then I would not get a wave around, which means Payet, who's in front of me, would go. I think that's Ravaioli behind me, but it says he's a lap down. So his tires are new, so him getting past me is not a big deal. The actual leaders are back there, but they've got to get through traffic. I mean, they're almost certain to catch me, but which is why I should not really fight anybody. I'm just going to hold straight lines and not really be too crazy. I'm hoping Payet gets a wave around here. That means I can make a second gear start. Yep. So it looks like I get the wave around. Oh, good. Yeah, I'm not sure what's up with that guy. Okay, so as it stands right now, we do not need any more fuel. We'll leave the tires to change. I swear to God, if that fucker hits me, he seems like the type to do it too. Jesus. Alright, so this is saying that Guthrie's right in front of me. But I believe this is Payet that's right in front of me. Okay, so we're not going to do anything crazy. We're going to just stick right here on Payet's butt. And we're going to try to see what happens. If that guy back here spins again, we may well get a pit stop. Okay, let's try to bring this home. Oh my God, what is going on here? All right, Payette, drag me to the front. Okay, Payette's hit the wall again. So now we have to catch Martin as we stand. I'm almost certain that his tires are newer. Probably have no chance in hell of catching him. The only thing good about him is he was behind me. Well behind me to start. So hopefully his lap times are not all that fast. But I don't seem to be catching him. At least not enough that I can catch him in that many laps. Okay, Ravioli has quit. Too bad he wasn't in front of me. Payette has quit. And so we have probably only about 6 people left on the track. Which means almost no chance in hell that I'm going to catch him. Yeah, it says I need 6.82. Okay, I basically need 6 gallons of fuel to finish. And I got 3.5 seconds to catch this guy. And I'm catching him. I just don't have enough time to catch him. Okay, don't take your eye off the ball just yet. Got a roving roadblock. Yeah, I lost a little bit of time because of that guy too. What I need is for him to make a mistake. And for me not to make a mistake. Oh, I'm not gonna catch him. Unless he messes up. Yeah, I haven't made any real significant gains in his time for quite a few laps. Yeah, see, he's just got that many more laps on his tires. Yeah, unless he makes a real critical mistake. There is no way I'm going to make up this time. Yeah, he actually took almost a tenth back. Probably from catching a draft. Gotta get out from behind this guy. The chances of him messing up are very, very high. So did I just... And so it looks like a little bit of luck, and we have had a podium finish gifted to us. And there we go. So not too bad of a result. Uh, took pole. Only kept the lead for a bit there. Thought we really messed up on our pit stop strategy with the caution coming out a handful of laps later, but looks like the leader miscalculated on his fuel, and as a result, we've come in third, which is a massive improvement over what happened last week. So Gateway is one of those tracks where it's fast, you're downshifting, upshifting, a lot of aero push sometimes. But I think a lot of people get caught out with so much going on and how quick it is. And the result is we started with 15 and realistically only a handful finished. So hope everyone enjoyed that. It's a good start to the week. Again, this is iRacing. Let my redneck come out there. iRacing Season 3 2019, Week 11. Only got 2 weeks until the silly Week 13 thing, and then we'll be racing, I guess, just after Labor Day, starting officially until the end of the year. And definitely going to try to run all the races in the series in a very serious light, and have them streamed out for everyone. And again, hopefully these are informative. I know a lot of times guys run races and you don't really see what they're doing, or they're more attuned to having the chat going and looking at people making comments, stuff like that. Still not really certain how people race and talk at the same time. To me, it's kind of like texting and driving, but at 200 miles an hour, which makes no sense to me. But they do it, and really more want to try and share what you should be doing on track, and hopefully help out anyone just getting started in iRacing, or someone who hasn't raced some series before, just want to see how it's done and what someone who's not a super alien and or who really just doesn't do this very often can do with it. So that's it for tonight. Please like and subscribe. Subscribe. Not doing good with English tonight. And we're going to call it an evening. So thanks for watching.